Listen, so their policy is you can't record in here.
You're NYPD now? You're NYPD now?
Always been. Listen,
no.
You have to leave because you're not allowed to record in here.
You want to read their policies?
Their policies that you cannot record in here.
The first line.
Their staff is asking us to remove you, and I don't remember you. I
remember you.
Oh, that's nice. I hope you like me. Time to go. All right?
Why would I need to leave? I have a right to be here, and I'm conducting business.
No, you're not conducting business. And the thing is that you have to go through.
Read the policy right there. I'm handing it to you.
He told me.
Who is he?
The security guard, the head security guard said that you need to leave, and they have a right to kick you out.
Photography and photocopying policy, right? I'm going to read it to you because if you violate my rights, you can't say that.
Sir,
you didn't know.
That's our job.
It's no negotiation. It's no.
So you could just ask anybody to leave a public building just because.
Yes.
They want you to.
They said they're trying to complain to every staff member on every single floor that you're recording them and you're being a nuisance, and you're not allowed to do that inside the library.
How am I being a nuisance?
You have to leave.
How am I being a nuisance?
You are recording them, and you're not allowed to do that inside.
So photography is a nuisance?
Sir,
can I speak to your supervisor, please?
They can't record in here, right? You willing to? Nope. All right.
Read this. Handheld cameras are permitted.
Listen.
First line. Handheld cameras are permitted. This is their rules.
You have to.
Why?
Why? Because you are not allowed.
What crime am I committing?
You're not part of any media. You do not have prior permission to record in here. You now have to leave.
I do have permission.
Step out civilly.
I want to speak to your supervisor.
No problem. He's going to tell you the same thing.
No, he's not.
Tell you.
He's going to honor his oath to the Constitution.
Let's make it bad.
I don't want to deal with you because I already got you on camera.
Go ahead.
Cursing me out, so I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you.
Get ready, because what you're about to see will push anyone's patience to the edge. This isn't your usual public interaction. It's a real look at how fast authority can bend simple rules to shut someone down. It starts quietly. A calm, respectful auditor walks into a New York public library, recording a taxpayer-funded space like countless others have done. But within moments, things go sideways. Officers show up, not because a law was broken, but because the staff felt uneasy about being filmed. That single word, uncomfortable, suddenly becomes the driving force behind everything that follows. What comes next is a blunt display of ego and misuse of policy, turning basic guidelines into weapons aimed straight at constitutional rights.
You didn't investigate at all. You didn't do no investigation. You just went off of his word, right?
I want you to respond here.
Why are you asking me to leave a public place I have a right to be?
They want you to leave, so you gotta leave.
Okay, what if they wanted me to smack myself? I gotta smack myself?
No, that's different.
Right. I have a right to be here just like everybody else. I'm not being disorderly. I'm walking around peacefully recording. The public workers.
Listen, my lieutenant's on
Can I record you? Can I record you? So why can't I record the city workers?
They're not city workers.
They work. New York is funded.
They're security guards.
The public library is funded by tax dollars.
You record me all you want.
I can record government workers in the course of their duty. Read case law. You need to read case law because you enforce the law.
My job right now is to get you out of this building.
Why? What crime did I commit?
They don't want you in here.
Why would they ask me to leave?
You're being disorderly. You're being a nuisance, and now you have other people watching.
How am I being a nuisance? How?
You were
by simply recording.
They asked you to stop recording.
They never asked me to leave. They never asked me to leave.
Because I can ask him and he can say the opposite.
I have on camera. Have you guys ever asked me to leave since I've been here? Have you asked me to leave? Have you asked me to leave since I've been here? Nope. First thing they said when I came in the building was you could record.
Listen, you can hang out here, wait.
I'm going to wait for your supervisor.
My lieutenant's going to be here.
Why not honor your oath? Why not protect my rights?
I'm honoring my oath.
I'm in a public building.
These nice men called me here, and they called us to escort you out of this building, and that's as far as I'm concerned with
Why would you escort me out the building?
We don't continue any more conversation.
You escort me out if I'm being disorderly, if I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be, if I'm impeding business.
They said you were not allowed to record.
Can I finish my sentence?
Can
I finish my sentence?
Tone shifts instantly. No reasoning. No discussion, just authority pushing control. The auditor calmly reads the library's own rules aloud, clearly stating that handheld recording is allowed. But the officer looks past it, insisting he leave on the spot. The hypocrisy is almost painful. They're enforcing policies they never even bothered to understand. The man isn't raising his voice, isn't causing a scene, he's simply recording. Yet that alone becomes their excuse. When he respectfully asks for a supervisor, they twist it into disorderly conduct. This moment isn't about keeping order at all. It's about shutting down oversight. The officer's tone hardens, turning mechanical as he repeats the same line over and over. You have to leave. It sounds rehearsed. A cold reminder of authority acting without thought, without questions.
And that's what they've asked.
Right, you work for me. You work for me.
I also work for them.
You work for me.
So you understand that, right?
And they're not exercising their rights. I am.
Yeah. No,
Peacefully.
They are peacefully asking us to escort you out.
For what crime?
You're not allowed to record in here.
He just said I was. And it says right here on their policies.
Because he
read their policies.
He actually just said you weren't allowed to record in here.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Listen, he's the head security guard as far as I'm
read
concerned.
The policy.
And we were asked to escort you out.
Read their policy.
I don't need to read their policy.
So I'm not violating their policy, so why would you ask me to leave?
I abide by what the security
And I'm not breaking the law.
Listen, this is a civil matter, and
I don't want to talk to you no more because this is retaliation. You're trying to retaliate against me because I recorded you before. So
I don't remember you ever recording.
I remember you. I remember you. You work at Midtown South, right?
It's on my press bar.
Yeah, I didn't even look at that. I already know.
It's right here.
If I was somewhere I'm not supposed to be, if I was cursing people, if I was being disorderly, every time I talk, you cut me off.
Listen, like you said,
me simply recording. Me recording is not a disorder. Is not a disturbance.
You're being a disturbance to these people. How? They asked you to leave. I don't know.
Because they don't like what I'm doing. What if they didn't like my shirt? What if they didn't like my religion? They're gonna escort me out of a public building? Because it's a right.
Inside the library.
It's called freedom of religion. So if I was praying here,
the staff has asked you to leave. I don't know what more you want me to say.
If I was praying in this library and they didn't like that I was my religion, they wanted me out because I was praying. You want to enforce their feelings? Or do I have freedom of religion?
Are you praying right now?
I wanted to. So I came to this library for multiple reasons. You want to ask me to leave while I'm praying because they don't like my religion?
What is going on right here? We didn't find you praying.
I'm going to pray before I leave.
You're a nuisance, the officer claims, twisting peaceful filming into something wrong. The moment exposes a deeper problem, a shaky grasp of the Constitution from those meant to uphold it. The auditor stays calm, while the officers grow irritated. When logic fails, they hide behind policy, pretending it outranks actual rights. It doesn't. Then comes the turning point. The auditor asks, if you didn't like my religion, would you force me out for praying? The officer has no answer. His silence reveals everything. Authority guided by emotion, not law. What began as simple recording becomes a test of freedom itself. Speech, expression, even basic rights crumble under the excuse of comfort. The man isn't causing trouble. He's defending principle. Yet the officers stand in the way, their badge turning into a barrier instead of protection.
I came here to conduct business.
The only way
I came here to utilize the library for its purposes.
The only way I'm leaving here right now is if my lieutenant tells me you can stay.
Why wouldn't I be able to stay? I'm not being disorderly. All I'm doing is walking around quietly recording the New York City public workers, which I have a right to do. I can record the government while you're at work.
You'll see what my lieutenant says, okay? How about that? Deal? And then
sure, that's why I asked for him.
And if you're good to stay, then I'll leave.
The Constitution and the law says I'm okay. What you swore an oath to do.
No.
What does the Constitution have to do with? Does the Constitution have to do with your job?
Oh.
Does the Constitution have to do with your job?
This has nothing to do with the Constitution.
It does for me. It does for me.
Because they said you're being disorderly and they're not comfortable with you recording inside here. And they said that you're not allowed to record inside here. We don't have to.
Read their policies. Read it. Read the first line. Read the first bulletin.
They just gave this to me. That last bullet point says no photographs of the staff, other researchers, or certain reading rooms may be taken.
That's what
okay, they work for the government. There's case law that I can record them.
It doesn't matter. That's what we're here to explain to you. They said that the staff members don't want you recording.
Okay, I'm still not committing a crime. I have a right to be in a public building.
And they have the right to escort you out.
Why would they do that if I'm conducting business?
But you're not anymore. They're asking you to stop.
I am, though, because I still have to file complaints.
If you want to say
I still have to file complaints.
Stop, though.
I still have to file complaints, and I still have to do a FOIA request.
And
I still want to pray before I leave.
How do you file a complaint?
On the first floor.
The circulation desk, they'll handle a piece of paper.
Do you want to go to the first floor?
I was going there before you guys came.
Well, listen, I have no problem you filing a complaint.
If I was committing a crime, then you have a...
The lieutenant arrives, sparking a brief hope for common sense, but it fades fast. Even with written rules proving filming is allowed, the officers dig in deeper. They call his calm stance disorderly, stripping the word of any meaning. The auditor stays steady, reminding them their oath is to the Constitution, not to staff discomfort. His voice tightens with conviction. You promised to protect my rights, not the library's feelings. But all he gets are empty looks. They ignore the obvious truth. Standing in a public building with a camera isn't a crime. It's a protected right. Yet they act as if escorting him out is their duty, not a violation.
Escort me out.
They're just
This is a
trying to
public
enforce our
building.
policy.
Yes.
This is
You cannot put
literally
policy
we're
over
showing
law.
it to you.
You cannot put policy over law. What if the policy said no black people? You want to enforce that?
That's
You
not
can't
their
put policy over law.
That's not going to
The,
happen.
gov-
and
the
that's
government
not their
can't
policy.
make the government
Listen,
can't
you
make
wanna go
policies
a-
that violate
you
the
wanna
law
make- you wanna
or
go
the
make a complaint
Constitution.
right now? 'Cause we'll walk
Yeah,
down
I'm
with-
going
come
there.
Take care.
You put policy over law? Since when? Fuck out of here. I recorded libraries in every 5 boroughs, all 5 boroughs. And it's not a problem because it's not against the law. You swore to protect my rights. You're supposed to come here and enforce the law, not their policy.
This floor? One more floor? Okay.
Am I being detained?
You're not in cuffs. No, you're not.
So I'm
You're
free.
being escorted down to the
So I'm
front
free.
door. No, you
Am I
have
being
to leave.
detained?
You have to leave.
Am I
Being
detained for a
means-
crime?
Being detained means you're being stopped and you're under investigation.
Am I being detained for a
You have to
crime?
leave. I just explained to you, you're not being detained. You do have
All right, then. So that means I'm
Are you
free,
listening
right?
to anything she's
You're not
I feel like
listening to
she's
anything.
explaining things
Am I
clear to you,
detained
and you're
for a
like
crime?
the runaround.
Come on.
Am I detained for a crime?
We're gonna go downstairs and you can make a complaint.
You can go wherever you want. I'm free. I'm not
We-
detained.
We are going downstairs and you can either leave or you can go make a complaint. They don't want you in here. They have a right to not have you in here. If you want to take that up civilly, go right ahead and you can make a complaint and start that process.
Discussion unravels as officers cling desperately to policy. One even admits the Constitution isn't part of their decision, and that's the real issue. They're enforcing comfort, not law. The auditor repeats the core truth. Policy can't outrank freedom. If a policy banned a group of people, would you enforce it too? Their silence is louder than any argument. Every moment on camera exposes a deeper problem. Too many officers have forgotten who they're meant to serve. This is no longer about one man recording. It's about a country trying to hold on to its own principles.
Their policy says right here, no.
I don't care about their policy, bro. I don't care about their policy, bro.
May be taken.
I'm not breaking the law.
That's exactly what you're doing in here.
I'm not breaking the law.
And they have a right to escort you out because you
No,
are
they don't.
exactly violating.
No, they don't.
You're violating the
No, they
staff
don't.
members.
I have a constitutional right to record in public. It's called the First Amendment. It's called the First Amendment.
You gotta get out.
You know what the Constitution is? The highest law of the land. You can't put a fucking library's policy over the Constitution. Are you crazy? You swore over to the Constitution. You didn't swear over to the library's policy. And if they deny me public services, I'm gonna sue them. If you violate my rights, I'm gonna sue you. You ain't swear over to the library's policy. You forgot what your oath is to? The Constitution. Smug ass. Took an oath for what? Where's your lieutenant at so I can speak to him?
He's on his way. He's on another job.
He probably has more pressing matters than somebody exercising their rights in a public building. Listen, what? Are you gonna honor your oath?
It is what it is. I'm
So what
honoring
is
my
it?
oath. They
No,
asked
it's
me to
not.
escort you out.
Let me ask you a
Right here,
question.
You violated their policy.
Let me
Yes
ask you
or
a
no?
question. Can you put that
Yes
policy
or
over the
no?
law?
Did you not violate their policy that's right here? circled
What's
on
higher,
front for
that
you?
policy or their law?
This is their right. This is their building. This is their
This is our
establishment.
building. It's the people's building.
Their
It's
establishment,
a
and they
people's
have a right
building.
to escort
It's
you
a
out.
public
now,
building.
I'm here to do this civilly.
I pay
and I don't wanna
taxes to
force
be in
you
this
out of here,
building.
okay? My lieutenant's pulling up. Is that him right there?
And the tension thickens. Officers claim filming staff is a crime, a claim so ridiculous it barely holds together. The auditor pushes back, asking them to name a single law he's violating. They can't. Though surrounded, he stays in command, dismantling every excuse they throw at him. They keep pushing not because he's wrong, but because admitting it would expose their own lack of understanding. You can't put policy above the Constitution, he says, steady and firm. The lieutenant stands off to the side, silent, watching his sworn duty crumble right in front of him.
Well, he could come find me.
That's not him. That's traffic. If the lights on.
You put policy over law?
I'm putting them right now.
Of course you do.
This is my job.
Of course you do.
This is
Of
what I'm
course
here
you-
for.
your job is to
Do you
enforce the
wanna
law.
go? Do you want to make a complaint?
Your job is to enforce the law. Is there a law being broken right
Do you
now?
want to come?
What law am I breaking?
Do you want to make a complaint?
Yeah,
Walk away
don't.
from my
Yeah, avoid that
lieutenant?
question.
Come on.
Avoid that question. What law am I
I've
breaking?
already answered you multiple times.
What
You're
law am
being
I breaking?
disorderly. You're not
How?
under arrest.
How
You
am
are
I-
not
how am I
under
being
arrest.
disorderly, ma'am?
Because you're violating
recording?
their Their policy right
Photography
here,
isn't a crime
right here.
in
Look,
public.
no photographs of the staff, other
Photography
researchers,
isn't
or
a
certain
crime
reading
in
rooms may
public,
be taken.
and you can't
So
turn
why do
photography
you
into
say-
Why'd you show us that piece
You
of
can't
paper?
turn
Now that
photography
now that
into
we
a
pointed
crime.
that out, now it doesn't
You
matter.
can't
Now
to
the
show
piece
you
of paper
how
means nothing.
because I record in libraries all over the city.
You're contradicting
because I have the
yourself.
right to.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm following the law.
Yes, you are.
The law that you swore to protect. You enforce the law. You enforce
what we're
policies.
doing.
So
That's
what
what
law
we're
am I
doing. We're doing
breaking?
our job.
What law am I
being
breaking?
disorderly.
How? By
Oh, the
recording?
lieutenant is right here.
Okay. Is he going to help me file my complaint?
He keeps saying he's violating his rights, that we're violating his rights because he's clearly breaking their policy that says no photographs of the staff, other researchers, or certain reading rooms may be taken. And he's saying we're violating his constitutional right that he's allowed to record in here, and their policy doesn't matter. And he requested you because
you
we're
doing?
violating his rights.
All right.
Well, this is what I said. I said you can't put their library policy over the law. I'm not breaking the law, which means I have a right to be here. It's a public building.
Okay.
My taxes fund this building. Do I not have a right to be here?
Okay.
After endless arguing, the command is given: leave or be prosecuted. No broken law, no real complaint, just emotions dressed up as authority. The auditor calmly gathers their names and badge numbers, knowing his camera has already documented the truth that a simple visit turns into another clear example of how quickly rights can be stripped in the open. As he walks out, disbelief lingers in his voice. He knows this moment isn't just about him. It's about anyone who dares to hold power accountable and gets punished for it.
The library doesn't want you at this location.
Why? Because I'm exercising my rights in public?
You have to
I'm conducting business in this building, and once I finish my business, I was going to leave.
I know, they don't want you here anymore.
I have to file a complaint. I have the right to redress my government.
I know, but you have to do that. You could probably file a complaint outside, but you have to leave. They don't want you here.
Am I breaking the law?
Well,
Nobody asked me to leave. You guys are the first person that came up to me.
you have to leave.
So if I don't leave, I'm going to get arrested?
Well, yeah.
I need to hear you say that. If I don't leave this building, what's going to happen?
They're going to prosecute you.
You're going to arrest me?
No, the New York City Public Library is going to prosecute you.
Okay, so I have a reasonable amount of time to leave, don't I?
We're actually now. Can you please leave?
Okay, I can't leave through that way. I got to leave through this way.
Which way? That way?
And I still need the information that I came here to get.
I'll give you
Are you going to help me with that?
Yep. Whatever you need outside.
All right. I need all your cards.
Yeah, cool.
And all of your names. So you're saying that you could just trespass people from public for no crime?
They don't
No
want you at
crime.
this location.
No crime. It doesn't matter what they want. I'm not breaking the
You
law.
have to leave, sir.
You going to help me get my information?
Absolutely.
So you're just going to violate my rights over a policy, right? That's fine.
This is exactly why we film. Without that camera, their story would have become the truth. Real accountability isn't comfortable or easy, but it's necessary. These officers forgot their oath, but we can't forget ours. Stay alert, speak up, and protect the rights people overlook every day. That if moments like this aren't exposed, they'll keep happening in silence. Knowledge is power, and the camera is the tool that reveals it. Always film, always question, always know your rights.